Just Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. That's too sweet. Anyway, I guess continuing on with your 2025 NHL Awards, your 2024-25 regular season, your 2025 playoffs. You can continue with either one of those, but either way, we're all tied into the same thing. We're at that point now where they're awarding the remaining trophies. Of course, this one's the biggest one, Stanley Cup. And for your second straight year, you had the same Stanley Cup matchup. And for the second straight year, you had the same winner. The Florida Panthers have won their second Stanley Cup in franchise history in their fourth visit. So, between you, me, and the four walls, let's talk about it. Alright, so the road to the Panthers' second Stanley Cup after the Eastern Conference Finals, facing the Edmonton Oilers for the second straight year. I mean, it could have been very decisive. I mean, your first four games, 3 of them went to overtime. Game 2 and Game 4 both had your game-tying goal within the last minute of regulation play. For the first time in NHL history, that's ever happened. Interesting side note, Game 4, despite it being a Florida loss, yeah, I know, can't win them all. It's the first time since the 1919 Stanley Cup Final, in which there was no winner, if you remember your history, in which the winning team was down by 3 goals to rally back for the win. There's your little Trivia Pursuit question right there. Yeah, in your first 4 games, Game 1 was overtime. Game 2 was double overtime. Game 4 was overtime. Well, what about Game 3, you ask? Decisive Florida 6-1 win. The fact that they were able to exploit Edmonton's goaltending and show the visible weakness that is in the net. Oh, Oilers have to make some life changes in the offseason. But Game 5, Florida rolling into Edmonton, taking that game on Edmonton's home ice to bring it back to Florida for Game 6, where it might as well have been 5-1 Reinhart with an additional goal by Tkachuk, because I mean Reinhart scored 4 goals in that Game 6 final. First player since Maurice Richard to score 4 goals in a finals game. And while I'm sure this could have went to a Game 7, I think the message inside the Florida dressing room had to be, no. Cup's in the building. We're winning on home ice by hook or by crook. And, you know, might not have been by crook, but Florida took full advantage of the Cup being back in the building. I mean, for a lot of the players on this team, this is Cup number 2. Including Brad Marchand, who went 14 years in between Stanley Cups after winning one in Boston in 2011 to this one. I mean, think of all the original players that were on the Stanley Cup winning team last season compared to the 2 biggest names that the Panthers acquired this season. One obviously being Marchand, 2 being Seth Jones. Yeah, why not give Ekblad and Forsling a partner, right? Probably one of the better partners you could have got. And for Jones, this has to be a feel-good moment. You know, going from Columbus to Nashville to Chicago, now Florida, he's finally got himself a Stanley Cup. Or maybe even Nate Schmidt, who's been in the league since 2013, wasn't successful in 2018 when he was part of the Vegas Golden Knights that lost to the Washington Capitals, which was the same Washington Capitals Schmidt debuted with. Going to Vancouver, going to Winnipeg, signing Florida to reunite with Paul Maurice. Now he's got himself a cup. But all part of Bill Zito's design, right? I mean, he's built this team from the ground up. Remember this. 10, 15 years ago, the Florida Panthers were a joke of a team. Now, they're back-to-back Stanley Cup champs. The first back-to-back team since your 2020-2021 Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh, but back-to-back is easy, you say. Well, I mean, if you take out the 2016-2017 Pittsburgh Penguins, the last team to do that was the 1997-1998 Detroit Red Wings. And that wasn't very easy. So, I mean, the biggest question in Florida is, are they able to keep all the pieces to go for a three-peat? Can they make themselves a dynasty? For the next 2 seasons, can they win the Cup and be the official dynasty? I know we're jumping the gun on that question, but it's one you think of when it comes to teams winning the Stanley Cup, right? Can they repeat? Can they three-peat? Can they go dynasty? I mean, for Matthew Tkachuk, this has still got to be a feel-good moment. He's the only Tkachuk in the family with a Stanley Cup. Now he has 2. And I mean, without Sam Bennett leading the NHL in playoff goals, are the Panthers nearly as successful? I mean, yeah, the great combination of Bennett and Marchand being Rat and Rat Jr., but 15 goals in the entirety of the playoffs. That's pretty damn impressive. One has to think Bennett definitely upped his stock going into the offseason. But short and sweet, Florida Panthers are your two-time reigning, defending, undisputed, back-to-back Stanley Cup champs. They earned it. They outplayed the Oilers. They played better than the Oilers. They earned every inch of their hands on this Stanley Cup. It was a great final to watch, and I'm glad I was here for it. That was another one of them Trev's hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you've made it to this point. If you have made it to this point, well, congratulations, my friend. You've made it right to the end. I'm so proud of you. But if you've made it to this point, you just want to say, hey, if you're digging what I'm doing, hey, feel free to drop that thumbs up. I'll never say no to the thumbs up, and trust me, it helps this channel a lot. So, to definitely help a brother out, right? If you want to, if you haven't done so by now, that red button on the bottom, that one that says subscribe all over it, come on, you know you want to hit it. I know you want to hit it. The algorithm knows you want to hit it, so why deny yourself a good thing? Let's hit that button up. We're trying to hit 500 by the end of the year, so let's see if we can't make that number grow. If you want to, that link in my description below, that'll take you to my Facebook page. Feel free to join that. I mean, I'm posting on there quite a bit, and I mean, I would love to build the audience there like I built the audience here. It would be a great thing just to see both channels grow at the same time. That'd be an awesome thing. But either way, moving forward, I got one more video to do tonight, and that's the Conn Smythe Trophy. As far as trophies is concerned, we got one more after this. That's the Jim Gregory Award. And then I'm going to give my playoff review. I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite moments of this season, and that's it for this playlist. This has been my busiest playlist out of all the playlists I've done since I've been on YouTube full-time, and that's been since 2018, but we'll go over history at another time. Either way, in the meantime, in between time, before we with Trev, later.